The next concept we will understand is functions of financial budget. Now, the word budget often has negative connotations, that is, such as limits, work, and sacrifice. But a budget is an important financial tool. A budget allows you to track and control your spending and work towards specific financial goals you have set for yourself or for your future planning. Once you start looking at a budget as tool instead of a hindrance, you will find budgeting as a positive thing or as a positive concept. So the functions of financial budget will help you to make the things clear that a financial budget is not a negative concept, it's a positive concept. So we'll understand this. The very foremost function is reach financial goals. The financial budget helps you to reach the financial goals. One function of a budget is that it helps you to reach your financial goals. As you plan your budget, you should have specific goals in mind and include them in your budget. If you are working on getting out of debt, means if you have taken any debt, that is debt for purchasing a house, for purchasing a vehicle, you should set aside extra money to pay toward your debt each month. So budget helps you to make aside a few money for your debt which has to be paid each month. If you are saving for a down payment on a home, you can set aside money each month to reach that goal. A budget also allows you to track your progress towards these goals. Means it will help you, like if you are planning for a further studies, or if you're planning to go to abroad or some other places, or if you're planning for a long vacations or for a holiday trip. So for that you need to meet the financial goals. For that you need to maintain a budget. So budget helps you to reach the financial goals which you have decided for the future coming years, or for the debt which you have to be paid. So this is the foremost function of a financial budget. The next is control spending. A budget helps you to control your spending in two different ways. That is, first, it allows you to set limits on what you will spend in each category per month. That is, each category involves your fixed expense and your variable expenses. Your fixed expense for a home, or if for a person, if we will consider, or even for a factory, like for an office, if we'll consider fixed expense would be the employee salary, the labor wages, the electricity bill, the rent of an office, and then the various other aspect we can say that the factory has to incur for the fixed expenses. For the home, you can say the electricity bill, the water bill, the maintenance, the house maintenance bill. These are the monthly bills which the person has to incur it by hook or by crook. So the budget helps you to set limits on what you will spend in each category per month. So if you have a particular revenue, it will set your, the budget will help you to set that this much. Like if in case a person is earning 20,000 per month, 20,000 rupees per month, and his fixed expense takes into account the 5,000, so he will set aside that 5,000 my rupees should be spent in a fixed expense which has to be incurred by hook or by crook. This, the control spending helps you to prevent from making impulse purchases or from running out of money at the end of the month. Now this comes with the variable expenses. Like for a person, a variable expense would be going for an outing, for a restaurant bills, for their purchasing of clothes, then the for a entertainment purpose like watching a movie or something. So these are the variable expense which can be controlled as per the budget if the budget has been set. For an office, the variable expense could be the purchase of raw materials. If in case for this particular month the procurement of raw material is lower than for the next comparison to the last month, the company can purchase the lesser amount of raw material, then the excessive use of papers, then other various variable expenses which the company incurs, they can put a control on those all expenses. Second, the second technique which a budget helps you in controlling your spending is it will track your spending throughout the month and let you know when you have reached your spending limits. If you do not track your spending throughout the month, your budget will not be effective. Okay, so for that purpose, control spending function of a financial budget helps you to track the spendings which you have made it. In a budget, you will track down through a paper pen or through a notepad or in your even in your computer. You can save a list comparison that this particular day I have spent this many money. Like as for an individual person, he or she can do this calculation for maintaining their financial budget or making their budgeting. That is, they can make use of budgeting by tracking all the records, like this many expense they have incurred. So this will help them to control their spending in the next month. The next function of financial budget is prevent debt. A budget can help prevent debt because it monitors your expenses and ensures you do not exceed your income. Okay, a person, if an individual is considered, he has taken a loan to purchase a house, to purchase a vehicle. So he has to pay a debt to the banking institutions or to any other financial institutions respectively each month, and with the interest charges which he has to pay. So for that purpose, what he has to do, he has to maintain a budget. If he is out of budget or he is out of income, he won't be able to pay the debt, and that he would face a consequence that he has to give back the house property agreement or the vehicle which he has purchased for his luxury or for his requirement. So for that, the budgeting, the function, the very foremost function of financial budget is that it helps you to prevent debt. Now, as you track your spending, you will know when to cut down on spending, or if you need to transfer money between categories to cover emergencies. Emergencies can be anything, like to incur the hospital bills. You never know when such any mishappenings or accidental can be happen to any of the person, to any of your family members. So for that purpose, you need to maintain some cash in your hand in order to prevent that debt or to make use of funds in that particular emergency situations. Tracking your budget will also help you find areas of spending that you did not include in your original budget and plug the gaps in it. That therefore the budgeting helps you to prevent debt by making sure by that you spend that much money only, which will help you to save for your future needs as well. So the function of financial budget is that it helps you to prevent debt as well. The last function we will understand is increase the savings. As you adjust your budget each month, you can find more ways to cut your spending and increase your savings. For example, you may challenge yourself to reduce spending in specific categories by $50 for 3 months and find that those changes did not have a negative impact on your lifestyle. Like those changes you can make, that you will not purchase clothes, or you will not watch a movie, or you will not go to a restaurant, and you will save $50 per month by just reducing your some of the luxury things. So that it can also help you plan ahead, so you do not need to dip into savings for unexpected medical bills or car repairs. Monitoring your budget over time will help you identify annual expense as well. So if you will track all the expenses and you will try to save your money monthly, it will help you to monitor your budget and help you to identify the annual expenses, means the how much is your annual income and how much is the annual expense which you incur every year. So the last function says that it helps you to increase savings. So this is all about the functions of financial budgeting, which helps you to increase to reach your financial goals, to control your spendings, to prevent debt, and to increase your savings.